guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing well. It has been so freaking long since we have had my TBR game, and I'm so excited to have it back, to bring it back. It's finally time. It's only been 2 months, and yet somehow it feels so much longer. We're bringing it back. Biblius, the TBR game that I created, inspired by the Disney Villainous franchise. One of my favorite strategy board games. I've simplified it and created my own prompts and versions of it for us to play together today. I will kind of explain the rules as we go, since I know it's been a while, in case you guys don't remember or have never understood. I'll try to explain it the best that I can. It's a lot simpler than it seems, I do promise. I think we might as well just get started, and we're gonna start with a punishment. Yeah, I know, we're starting fresh because it's a new year and I deserve that, but I also did not complete last year's TBR like whatsoever. I want to say there's probably like 6 books that I just didn't touch. So I'm gonna pull one punishment for sure at the beginning of the year. Starting strong. Let's get into it. So, of course, first things first, we are bowling our punishment. Okay, so this card is Readers Also Enjoyed, meaning if I go on Goodreads and pick any book, there will be a selection of books at the bottom saying, readers have also enjoyed these books. And they're kind of similar comp titles, if you will. So I don't know what book to pick. I should have given myself more direction on that. We'll come back to that at the end, because I certainly at this point just don't know. Now I'm going to draw my cards, my hand, my deck. That's for me to choose from, up to 4 cards that I can pick from before deciding which prompts I stick with. So the first prompt is a book purchased over a year ago, doable. The next one is a Goodreads mixed review book. Nothing comes to mind at the top of my head. So next we've got, next book has the same author name or character name. That one's tricky. And the final card in my hand, Pet Pig. Oh, that'd be so fun. So we've got my little cactus guy, of course, and we're gonna move to the first space. I have the symbols printed out on the side so you guys can see what the symbols mean if I don't decide to elect to use all of them. On this space, I can play a card. I can take 2 tokens. My tokens are starting 0 empty squatch right now, and I've got my 2 tokens, which means once I get up to 20 tokens, I can buy a book. That's usually the rule for myself. Pre-orders don't count because those are different. Book boxes don't count. It's just like buying a book that I want for myself. Once I get to 20, if I don't complete my TBR, I lose tokens. So it's honestly kind of hard to get to 20. 2025, we're in a little bit of a book buying ban. We're in a little bit of a being conscious of the books that I'm bringing in. If I don't have plans to read them soon, I'm not gonna do it. That being said, I have bought like 6 books today alone. I bought my first books of the year, woo! Ah. Okay, so on this space, I'm gonna play a card, and I think, honestly, we're gonna pick Pet Pick, but I'm gonna decide which books to lay out for them a little bit later, just because that's a different setup, and they're all taking naps, and I think that they should keep doing that. And on this, I can also choose an effect card. Effect cards are just fun activities that I can do during the month. At any point. I can vlog it or I can keep it to myself, but just something other than reading to look forward to and do. Oh my goodness, treat yourself. I'm gonna say that I've already done this. We're gonna say check. It is my birthday month, if we're being super clear and honest. My birthday's February 9th. I think it's only fair that I'm allowed to buy myself books for my birthday. I always do. I've bought 2 special editions for my birthday, if you will. I usually, beginning of the year, special editions are like my little prize. I did not buy the Arc of the Scythe series from Illumicrate, and I'm sure I'll regret it. They're so pretty, and they were so expensive. I was like, you don't need them. You've only read the first book, and you didn't think it was that fantastic, so like, chill. But I have bought Rebel Witch from, Owlcrate. I bought Rebel Witch from Owlcrate, and I bought Faithbreaker from Illumicrate, which is the 3rd book in the series. Those are like my little birthday treats to myself, and then I bought some Book of the Month books, which, again, free for my birthday. So, is it really buying if they're free? No. And then I bought 2 books, 2 high fantasy books. So, those kind of count. Who knows? Maybe I'll go spend my $50 Barnes & Noble gift card for my birthday as well. Treat myself. Okay, moving on to the next pick. I'm gonna just move over here. I'm gonna start collecting these tokens as much as I can right now. Like, we're at 5, we're sitting good. Oh, I forgot to draw my hand up. That's gonna happen a lot. Okay, we also have multiple authors. I'm gonna forget my rules just as much as you are, so like, we're on equal footing here. I think I'm gonna do the purchased over a year ago, because I bought a lot of books last year. Technically, last year was not over a year ago. So, we're gonna say anything bought January of 2024 and later. Okay, so let's look first at just what I bought in January of last year, which I will include book boxes for that. So I have 7 books that I have not read from January of 2024. I'm gonna be honest, none of them are super calling out to me. Realistically, realistically, we should put Butcher and Blackbird back on this TBR. I put it on my TBR, I think in January of last year, maybe February, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and I desperately need to. So Butcher and Blackbird, strong contender. It's really the only one in January that I'm interested in reading. So many from 2023 when I started tracking the books that I bought. Ooh, okay. We've got a couple romantasy options that are intriguing me, to say the least. I feel like, because of course it's my birth month, February is kind of like my month all about me, but also we're getting into like the busiest time of my job, so I'm not gonna have as much free time for reading because I'm gonna be stressed and overwhelmed and working overtime. So I also want to be like kind to myself in things that I know I'm gonna love, things that I'm really gonna like want to pick up throughout the month no matter what. And I'm feeling 2 romantasies right now. Okay, so like I mentioned, Butcher and Blackbird, I have been desperately, it's not even long, I don't know why I put this off for literally a whole year. Like, my best friend loves this. I've been told to read it multiple times. Yet, once again, I'm not putting this on the TBR. We'll see if I get around to it. It is also, you know, the month of love, and also, oh lordy, the month of readathons. There are so many happening. So I grabbed 2 books. The first one is Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This is the traditionally published version. I got it from like German Amazon, I think, just so that I could get the nicer cover because I didn't like the US edition. Technically, I didn't buy this edition a year ago or in 2023. I bought the self-published version, which I do still have on my shelves, but I would likely pick up this one because it's been edited. I know that she like revised some of the ending. I want to give her like grace. If this is her best foot forward, I want to, you know, trust that process. So this is a strong contender. The other contender is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. This is the second book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. I don't know why I haven't read it. You tell me. I read the first one, loved it. It's got trials, it's got vampires, it's got like a really nice romance to it. I really enjoyed it. There's been a lot of mixed reviews for this one. Maybe I should use this for mixed reviews. Let's do that. Let's totally just break all the rules. Anyways, this is following a girl with trials. She is a human in a world of vampires. She was raised by a vampire who took her in after her family all died. I really like the first book. I probably will do a reread of the first one, then read this one, then read the novella, and then jump into the newest one that just came out. But again, there's been a lot of mixed reviews on this, so I'm a little like hesitant and nervous, but I really enjoyed this one. I don't like Carissa Broadbent's other series, so I think that's part of why I put this off for so long. I actually really enjoyed Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, I think, which, you know, has some underlying decisions, you know, things being said. I feel that way about Carissa Broadbent a lot, where it's like, I don't know, like your intentions I'm sure are pure and good, and I'm not holding it against you necessarily as a person. It's kind of a theme around the romantasy, monster romance genres of just questionable, hidden, underlying messages, often, you know, involving like racism and stuff and colonization romances. It's just a little strange, but acknowledging and ignoring. So we're gonna do this for, let's move my little guy. We'll just move over one, take a little token. We're gonna play mixed reviews. So this will be my mixed, oh, hello. This will be for mixed reviews, and then I will use Fear the Flames for my purchased over a year ago. I've also purchased the audiobook for this on Audible, and I have, again, the self-published version. This is meant to be a buddy read with my friend Eliza. There's a couple buddy reads that we've been talking about, so we'll see how far along I get in all of them. But I honestly don't really remember what this is about, except for there's dragons and a heist, which I don't know if I like heist books, but we're exploring that this year, I suppose, and romance. That's all I really know, but I know that the sequel, I think, just got a title announcement, maybe also cover announcement. It's definitely a book I'm keeping an eye on, but dragons. That's all I know. Now let us draw my hand back up to 4. So we've got a 5-star prediction. We love to see that for my birthday month, yes. And then finish a book on your current reads list. Ooh. My current reads isn't terrible, but it's not great either right now. I am in the middle of quite a few things, and it is the end of January, so I have a lot of carryovers happening. But again, also a lot of readathons, so I don't know exactly what all I'm gonna have to pick up. Let's move back to this first spot, make it clean, make it easy. And let's do, honestly, 5-star prediction. Let's make it nice for myself. What is it gonna be though? Oh no, I didn't think of this prior to just now. So I have actually been sitting on a couple of arcs this year that I would like to get done before they're published, of course, as we normally would like to do. So I will be reading, I'm head tossing right in my head right now. right? Wow, am I okay? I'm gonna choose for this His Mortal Demise by Vanessa Leigh. This is the sequel to The Last Blood Carver. I have an e-arc of it. I'm so excited. I do prefer audio e-arcs, to be honest, because I'm an audiobook girly, but I am really excited for this one. I'm so excited to see where we pick up. The ending of The Last Blood Carver is such a gut punch, like, cliffhanger. Like, it hurts, it shocks you. It's something authors don't typically do in books, so I was like, okay, decisions were made and I'm crying. It's definitely a YA debut feel, but I really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed the world building. I'm excited to see more of it in this next book. But in this, we are following a young girl who is kind of one of the last of her kind, the last blood carver, if you will. Colonizers have come and wiped out a lot of her culture, and so she's kind of the last one who has the magical ability to touch people and see where their underlying conditions might be or what kind of harm they're under, and she can, like, on a cellular level inside your body, like, heal you from the inside out. And one day she gets captured and caught and sold, like, on the black market. She is sold to this very rich family of very young kids, orphaned recently because their father just died, and their kind of like uncle, if you will, is in a coma, and so they hire this girl, buy her off the black market, hire, same thing. But basically they bring her in to hopefully heal their uncle, and the mystery from there, you know, unravels and you learn more about the world, the magic. I think it's very fun and unique. I had a really good time with these characters. I love them a lot. It definitely felt like a debut, so I'm really excited to see this author's writing progress and get even better, and I look forward to finally having my little grimy paws on the sequel. And then we're gonna have the final pick, so let me draw my hand back up to 4. Read a book that you think will be comforting. We're gonna move over 1, collect 2. I think we're gonna have to go with finish a book on my current reads, because it only makes sense. Now there's a couple options. Ooh, is there a couple options? First, let me just pull my other effect card. Buy a book you've never heard of before. Wow, okay. Alright, I guess I'm buying more books. I swear, I shuffled all of these cards before I started playing, so it is what it is. It's fine. Yay for me. Yay for having permission to spend money, I suppose. Anywho, so I'm pulling up my currently reading list right now. I have already DNF'd 2 books this year, and I am not a DNF kind of girl. It's something that I get nervous about doing. I've DNF'd 2, so my current reads has, you know, lessened a little bit. Some of these currently readings I'm like genuinely currently reading. So I've got Dark Places. I've started, I'm like 20% in. This is for the Book Troop's January book club. I've got Iron and Embers. We've got Red Rising. We've got Iron and Flame. I know I need to finish it because I need to read Onyx Storm immediately. The ones that I've been sitting on my current reads for a little while is To Shadow the Night, Thrown in the Dark, and Beneath the Black Sails. Beneath the Black Sails has been on my current read since like June of 2024. I'm not really in the mood for it. I don't really want to pick up a Pirates of the Caribbean romantasy at this moment. It's just not the vibe I'm in. So that leaves me with To Shadow the Night and Thrown in the Dark. Now, Thrown in the Dark is a fun Kindle Unlimited series. It's very like playful and D&D kind of style to it. It's got a lot of just fun going on. It's humorous. It's grumpy sunshine. It's not a like serious romantasy by any means. They are going on a bit of an adventure, and I'm 20% in, and I'm liking it when I read it. Like when I pick it up, I'm invested, I'm interested, I'm learning about this world. It's definitely a book that like I'm taking my time reading because I cannot listen to that audiobook fast. It just doesn't work for me. But we're following like the demon prince and this girl, and they're on a quest, and she kind of messes up his plans. So he's like, all right, you're coming with me. And she's like, okay. So it's really cute. I think it's what Assistant to the Villain wishes it could be, almost. So I'm excited to continue it, but for whatever reason, once I put it down and walk away, like, it is near impossible for me to go pick it back up. So that's annoying for me. And then I also have To Shadow the Night, which is the second book in the Miss Lynn's, I believe, duology by Catherine Quinn. And it's following To Kill a Shadow, which I loved last year. It was 4.5 stars, I think, for me. It's got one of my favorite setups in a book. I loved it. I loved the world building. I loved the gods, the Mistlands. Like, it was really cool. Really enjoyed the romance in it. It's YA. And I've started To Shatter the Night, and I'm not loving it as much. I'm not like, it's taking me a really long time to get back into the world. I didn't reread the first book because I know it so well, but I'm also not like jumping for joy to be in the world again. I don't know if it's because our characters are separated at the moment, or whether like the writing style, like I don't know if the objective is, I don't know what we're headed towards. So it's just taking me a long time to get into. So I'm not sure between those two which I should do, which I want. I hate making decisions. I feel like I'm more likely to finish To Shatter the Night, and I should try to make an achievable, attemptable, easy TBR that I can actually accomplish for the month, since it's a shorter month. There's a lot of readathons happening. So I think I'm gonna go with To Shatter the Night because I have the audiobook hold on Libby, and eventually they're gonna try and take that back from me. We'll do that for my finish a book I'm currently reading. But now I need to do pet pick, and I have no idea what options to give them. And then I also need to decide my punishment pick, which is Goodreads readers also enjoyed, what book I want to go based off of. I feel like we should do something fun, like my favorite book from last year, or my most recent 5-star, something fun, or my most recent 1-star, but that feels like a reason to fail. I haven't had a lot of 5 stars. Let's see. I've had 2 near 5 stars. I've not given out a single 5. No, I lied. The only 5-star I've given out is Fourth Wing, which was a reread for me. It wasn't even like a new pickup. I don't rate rereads differently than my first read. So we can do either Fourth Wing, or we could do The Throne in the Dark. No, that's not it. That's different. No, The Two Twister Crowns. Woof. Or we could do one of my favorites from last year, which was The 13th Child or Kaikei. What do we want to do? I hate making decisions. This is why I play a TBR game, so that I hopefully don't have to make the decisions. F it, let's do Fourth Wing. Let's see what comes up. It's taking over the world. You know that's that time of year. Okay, I'm not reading ACOTAR. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. Okay, we got Powerless, Quicksilver, Throne of Glass. I could continue. The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Or those my only options? I've read both of those. Okay. I didn't think this through. I should have thought that, like, I should have known it wasn't going to be romantasy books. It was just going to be, like, popular books. So I could either continue on in The Throne of Glass, which I'm doing a buddy read for with my friends, so it needs to happen anyway. We could do Throne of Glass. We could do Powerless, which I also have on my TBR. I understand that, like, I could and should read Quicksilver. I don't know if I'm going to. I've watched all the spoiler videos. I've seen the reviews. I know I would probably kick my feet, but I'd also probably dislike some of the things. Who knows? I feel like if I put the first book, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, it feels like a cop-out because it's a reread and this is meant to be a punishment, so it's supposed to add, like, a book that I'm not having to already read to get to, you know? So I think I grabbed To Shatter the Night. This is the book that I'm in the middle of. Chapter 9, 79 pages in. We'll make progress in this. And then for my punishment, we're gonna read Powerless. I'm not opposed to reading this. I haven't read The Hunger Games, and I haven't read Victoria, the Blood Queen? Red Queen? I haven't read either of those series. I'm kind of going into this like fresh little baby, so I'm not likely to pick up on like the similarities to the other things quite as heavily, but I think that's an interesting premise. I know that there's trials in this, which, you know, I eat up. People that have powers and then people that don't have powers, and somebody that doesn't have powers is going into trials of people with powers. And that's like all I really know. So this is gonna be my punishment. Okay, so for the pet pick, as you saw, I gave them the options of That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human. This is the 3rd book in the Mead Mishap series by Kimberly Lemming, and I read the other ones. I've enjoyed them. Obviously, February, Black History Month in America. I gave them an option. When you have 3 cats fighting over the food, who knows what's gonna happen. I also, of course, put in Butcher and Blackbird. Wasn't meant to be, but we tried. And the winner, because my dear Kyrie, I think is a fantasy reader. Like, if she was gonna pick a book, I think she'd pick fantasy. She went with A Language of Dragons. I am so excited for this pick. This is one of, like, my most anticipated releases. This is the Fairyloot exclusive edition. She is so pretty. We are following a girl who parents, like, her family's in like danger of something, and she's basically sent off to a school to study like a lost language of dragons, and if she succeeds, her family will be safe basically, and if she fails, I'm assuming bad stuff is gonna happen. I'm really excited to see what this author has in store when it comes to dragons. As you can tell, maybe there's a bit of a dragon thing going on. Maybe you can detect a little something coming out soon. But I'm so excited. I hope I can find an audiobook for this because I'm really excited to get to this. And let's also quickly discuss, like, yeah, there's a lot of readathons happening, but I can't, like, I'll just list the readathons that I'm hoping to participate down in the description because simply too many to go over. But I do want to talk about the fact that I am hosting a read-along right now. It's happening for real. The live show is going to be next week. Hopefully I'm aiming for Wednesday, February 5th at 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. Eastern. Whatever 8 hours is from 2 would be 10 p.m. European, I think. But yeah, basically, I'm gonna host my first read-along live discussion for Red Rising, the first book in the Red Rising saga. In February, we'll be reading Golden Sun, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to shout that out to bring a little bit more attention to that. If you're interested in reading through the series, we are hoping that Red God is gonna come out this year. Like, summer this year. Please, Pierce Brown, stop tasting sardines, and please, please write your book. That's all I need from him. And then he can go do whatever he wants with his life. Eat as many sardines as he wants, but I need the book first, okay? Anyways, so that is the read-along that I'm doing. Book club-wise, I'm reading Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix for We Literally Dead Book Club, and I am so nervous. I'm so not excited for this one. I don't really do books about pregnancies. I don't really know the historical context about what happened, so I'm hoping that it will teach me stuff. But I also know, like, Grady Hendrix is just a man writing about a women's issue from the 70s, so like, who knows how it's gonna go. That is a book club pick that I'm gonna read. I might read my first Alice Feeney for the book troupe, so we'll see how that goes. I'm out of breath right now, so I think that's all the housekeeping. Again, book clubs and readathons on my read-along will all be in the description for you if you're interested in seeing what's going on in the community. Here at the end is my TBR. What a nice color palette. Very cool tones got going on. I am so excited, along with his Mortal Demise. I'm excited. This is a wonderful TBR. I'm gonna have a great reading month, and you are too. We're all gonna have a good reading month. It's gonna be great. I'm all for having romantasy. Other books that I'm hoping to get to, because they're buddy reads with Eliza, would be Spark of the Everflame and the Book of Azrael. We'll see if those happen for me, but they are on the docket, along with, you know, of course, many other reads, many other readathon reads. So we'll see how much I accomplish reading in the month of February, as my work is super busy and I am crumbling on the inside. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I've kept you guys long enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, put a little sword emoji down in the comments for powerless, and hopefully I enjoy this one. Hopefully I like all of them. You know, that's always the goal when you pick books, is that you want to enjoy them. And also, good on me for picking books that I physically own. Incredible. Wonderful work on my part. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what you're looking forward to reading in the month of February. I'm gonna go take a couple deep breaths and drink some water, and I will see you guys in my next video very soon. I've got a lot hopefully changing in this room soon to show you guys. Alright, bye!